Hey, Michelle.
Hello. I've got holiday brain on, as you can see by my background. I'm not in my normal place, but
Uh,
I'm going, ooh, peeking around the corner.
yeah, you're in a tank top and it's sunny there. It looks nice.
Yes, it is. It is. I'm in the tropics, so yeah, having 4 glorious weeks in Bali. Working holiday, I'm calling it, Mel, because I'm realistic. When you work for yourself, you're never really off the clock, but yeah, it's a pretty good place to be working. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're grateful that you have some time to join us and do a live. I think this is the first one we've done in 2023, so
It is. It is. So we are back.
good to be back. Yeah.
Hey, I reckon, Mel, why don't you talk about our multi-layer platform that we've got? Because I think we got some feedback last year that people go, "Oh, the podcast, the Lead to Soar live podcast." I'm like, no, that's not it. So why don't you explain to our watchers what we're doing here and all the things that we do?
Sure, I'd love to. And so let me start with we're doing a bit of a rebrand sort of, and we're pulling under everything underneath the umbrella of Lead to Soar. So Lead to Soar is the big umbrella, and underneath it we have a number of things. So we've got these live discussions that Michelle and I do. We also have the Lead to Soar podcast, which is an audio only podcast, totally separate from this, that you can download on iTunes or wherever you find podcasts. And then we have the Lead to Soar network, which is a global virtual network that women can join for a nominal annual fee. It's a place where you can get coaching, access courses, and access a network. And then finally, the Lead to Soar Summit, which is an annual summit that we are now hosting. And this year's summit is coming up in July. So we are going to be live together in person July 6th and 7th in Madison, Wisconsin. And I'm so thrilled to get to be together with you in person again, Michelle.
And we do call this live and unfiltered, and it's also unscripted, because what I want to add to that is I'm really keen to do a Lead to Source Summit here. Well, I should say here in Australia. I'm not in Australia at the moment, but I'm really keen to do a summit on the east coast of Australia later on in 2023. So that is something that we will be working on, because I know that we have a huge number of members, followers and supporters in Australia, my home base. So I want to bring the amazingness that is our summit to Australia as well. So stay tuned on that one, folks. And if anyone's interested in knowing more or supporting us doing that, just give Mel or I a shout out, because we're all ears.
That's right. And we're so easy to find.
Yeah. I am excited about we're calling it a rebrand, but really it's a consolidation and simplification strategy, isn't it, Mel? So we are about Lead to Soar. We're about leadership, and we're about enabling women to soar across leadership, across career, across life, in business. So Lead to Soar as our banner. I'm getting goosebumps. And it's boiling here. It is such a great, I think it's just a great catch-all for what we stand for what you, what I, Susan and Amal stand for, which is to really elevate women and help them have a life and a career that soars. So it's super exciting. So bear with us as we change assets and introduce new graphics and a beautiful new brand. And let us know what you think as well, because I don't know, we do these lives, we do our podcasts, and sometimes it does feel like, if you've ever stood on the edge of the cliff and yelled and you get an echo back, we don't get the echo back. So, send an echo back. What are we doing? Well, not echoing, but, send it back. Let us know what you think. And also let us know what you want to hear, what you want us to talk about. Because, as I always say, there's a fair bit of wisdom between the lot of us. And Mel and I, we've got collectively many years on the earth. I was going to say about 100 years collectively on the earth. That's probably a bit unkind. That's probably a bit unkind to Mel, but anyway, we've got experience, and we've got networks, and we've got just stuff to bring. So, and we want to bring you what you need from us. So, let us know.
let me take it a level up here for a moment. If you are new to Michelle and I, new to the Lead to Soar world, what we're really all about is doing our part to close the gender leadership gap at the top of organizations. And we do that using research. We develop courses and content that's based on research around what has actually held women back. And we use that to help equip women with what they need to earn their position at the next level and at the top of organizations. So very briefly, what that means is we have a focus on equipping women with business, strategic, and financial acumen. And you can listen to the podcast to get more in detail about that. You can find that at leadtosoar.com. So, Michelle, let's talk a little bit about what's coming up. Tell us about what are you excited about with what's coming in this season of the podcast and the Lead to Soar Summit this year.
Yeah. I mean, people, if you're a long-time listener, you know that I get excited about a lot of stuff. And I'm really glad that you talked about our mission, Mel, because, my purpose in life is to close the global leadership gender gap. And that takes all sorts of different strategies and different ways of doing things. And one of those ways of doing things is to equip women with information, because information is power. And on the Lead to Soar podcast is, it's our way of saying, hey, here are the things that we're paying attention to, that our members tell us, that women in our networks tell us. These are the things that they need advice on. And so we've got all sorts of stuff coming up. We're in we're doing a little bit of a reprise at the moment on the podcast while we lay down some new episodes. But things that are coming up are really practical discussions between Mel and I about how to navigate some of the dynamics, situations, and stuff that happens in the workplace. And we've just got off an amazing hour of power coaching call talking about microaggressions, those tiny little things that happen in the workplace, that you kind of go, was that me or them, or, so we've got lots of information coming up. It's going to be around leadership. It's going to, the elements, our 3-part leadership definition always sits as the cornerstone. Leadership is using the greatness in you to achieve and sustain extraordinary outcomes by engaging the greatness in others. So we're always going to touch on elements of that. We've got some interviews with some amazing women, like women who they're there. They've done it. They've navigated workplaces and careers and been successful, and we're going to pick their brains and share that with you. So I'm very excited that I think, without speaking on behalf of my 3 co-hosts, we all feel rejuvenated and revitalized with our very crystal clear purpose to provide women with the tools, the techniques, the knowledge to help them go where they want to go. And I think, that's an important point to recognise as well, Mel. My ambition is not your ambition, and your ambition is not Amal's ambition. We all have our own ambition and our own aspirations. So wherever your there is, and for some of you it's the C-suite, for some of you it's board positions, for some of you it's nailing the job that you're in and the business that you're in because you love it, we're there for you. Because wherever your there is, wherever your North Star is, we're there to help you navigate towards it much more quickly than society and conventional advice and leadership training to women would ordinarily do. So that's what I'm excited about. And that translates to our summit as well, Mel. And, I think you've had some interesting conversations with potential partners for the summit this last couple of weeks. And you position it really well about what women are going to receive from us at the summit that they wouldn't otherwise receive. So I don't know, back at you, what do you think?
Yeah, I am thrilled to be getting together in person. I think there's something special about having that face-to-face interaction. So I love that we're doing this at least once a year, and maybe more with Australia, right? So I'm excited about that. And one of the things that I'm really proud of is that I think almost all of the people who came to last year's event are trying to get back to this year's event. And I think that really speaks to the quality of the content that we are sharing, that we are instilling and teaching people, and just to the dedication and care that we've got to putting on an excellent event. So this is about creating the space for women who have ambition to be together, own their ambition, learn some actionable things that they can take to get to the next steps in their career, whatever that looks like for them. And, sending them off with some new energy and new contacts and support to have along the way. So I am thrilled that this is happening again.
Yeah, me too. And I often say when people, when I start talking about what we do and how we do it, that the best way I can describe it about how good our content is and how great our community is, but is using my own example. I wish that this had been around when I was 25 years old, 28 years old, 30 years old, and navigating through those first career steps into leadership, managing people. If that had been around, if we'd been around, I don't know. What might have happened? I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty successful, but what might have happened? And we want to be what we needed at those various stages in our careers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So that's an important one. Early bird tickets are still on sale for the summit.
That's right.
They will be on sale for a little while. But please do get in because it is capped. We don't expect to have 1,000 women there. In fact, we don't want 1,000. But it will be a very contained space because we want to show up in our best as our best selves, but also give the best to all of the women in the room. So please don't hesitate.
Absolutely. Yeah. So some intimacy and, people getting time and attention and getting questions answered. All of that is really important to us. So the tickets are on sale at leadtosoarsummit.com.
And for those of you watching along on Facebook and YouTube, the link's there. If you're on LinkedIn watching, I'll pop those links in later because it doesn't let us do it live for some bizarre reason.
Lovely. Thank you.
What else, Mel?
Oh, I think that's good for today. I mean, you and I are back on here in 2023. So you'll see us around approximately weekly, and we look forward to these chats.
Yeah. It is approximately weekly. Life and leadership happens. So, but yeah, we really want to get on here and give you the live and unfiltered view. And again, just a call out for those of you who want us to talk about particular matters. Tell us what you want to hear, and whether we build it into a live stream or into a podcast episode, because we are here to enable you to get hold of the tools, the techniques, and the information to soar. So that's the mission.
Absolutely. We'd love to hear from you. It's so easy to get a hold of us on the websites, or if you go to leadtosoar.com, we've still got a speak pipe up there where you can leave a voicemail message with any questions that you've got. So love to hear from you.
All right, my friend. Well, good to catch up, and hi to everyone out there watching live or on catch up. And here we go. 2023. It's your year to soar.
Absolutely. All right. Good to see you, Michelle. See you next time.
Thanks, Mel. Bye.
Bye.